where Prime Minister Naftali Bennett has received a threatening letter containing a live bullet. Now, following the intimidation, authorities have strengthened security around Prime Minister Bennett and his family. The letter, which reportedly arrived on Tuesday morning, contained detailed murder threats. The letter, that was addressed to both the Prime Minister and his family, was sent to a building adjacent to Bennett's family home in Rana. Now, the police specified that the letter was delivered to the office where Bennett's wife, Gilad Bennett, works. The Israeli police and the Shin Bet Security Service have launched an investigation into the death threat. Media outlets are banned from reporting any further details since a court-imposed a gag order that has prohibited many details of the case from being published. Police did not announce a motive for the letter, but Bennett hinted it was political in nature. Writing on Twitter, Bennett has said that political conflict, no matter how deep, doesn't need to come to violence, thuggery, and death threats, adding that, and I quote, "I am also a husband and a father, and my obligation is to protect my wife and children." Now, he urged people from across the political spectrum to lower the flames of political discourse. Bennett's coalition partners denounced the threatening letter. The Defense Minister, Benny Gantz, said threats made against the Prime Minister's family crossed the line. Gantz said one bullet in a letter can become 3 fired from a pistol. Now, he was referring to the assassination of Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin by a right-wing extremist in 1995. Foreign Minister Yair Lapid said that the letter showed where hatred can lead, further stressing that the extremists will not defeat the sane majority. Bennett formed a government last year following 4 successive deadlocked elections. He heads a coalition of 8 parties, ranging from ultra-nationalists to a small Islamist party. Now, in the run-up to the formation of the new government last June, Bennett and other leaders of the coalition received death threats and were provided with additional security. And now for more updates on this, we are being joined live by WION correspondent Jody Cohen. For all the latest updates, Jody, what details do we know so far?
So, Alison, I think you summed it up pretty well there. There's been a strict gag order on this case, so we don't know too many details. But what we do know is that a letter threatening murder and a live bullet were reportedly sent to Prime Minister Bennett and his family. At first, we've heard reports that it was perhaps sent to a neighbour's home. It's now been sort of come out that the letter was sent to Prime Minister Bennett's wife, Galit's office in Ra'anana. We don't know further details than that. Media reports are suggesting that there's particular concern over the children's security and that whoever had sent the letter had evidently been gathering information about the family. So there's been an increase in security. I mean, we've seen a huge increase in security over the months. As I've been reporting from by the Prime Minister's residence, I've seen the security really build up. The Israel Security Agency has increased that even more around the home and around the family. And that's why I'm reporting from actually down the road and not closer to the home right now. And this isn't the first time that there have been threats against the new government. On Monday, Religion Minister Matan Kahana from Bennett's own Yamina party, he said he received a call wishing him dead. And in August, a man from Ashkelon was detained after posting a threatening Facebook comment about Bennett. And we also heard back in November that alternate Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Lapid said that he and his wife received threatening messages also.
Right. And Jody, what reactions are coming in from political circles?
So Prime Minister Bennett has released a statement saying that political disputes shouldn't lead to violence or threats. He referred to it being the eve of Israel's Remembrance Day and also close to Israel's Independence Day, and said that at this time we must lower the political temperature. And he also talked about the fact that he's the Prime Minister, but he has a duty also, of course, to protect his wife and his children. Foreign Minister Lapid took to Twitter and he talked about fighting hate on the street, on social media, everywhere, and said extremists won't defeat the sane majority. In contrast, Bezalel Smotrich, who's the leader of a rival right-wing party to Bennett, he's actually questioned whether or not this case could perhaps be spin to boost Bennett's standing, as we've seen that the government has been weakened in recent weeks. Former Prime Minister and leader of the opposition, Benjamin Netanyahu, I actually checked just before I came onto this interview, and I haven't seen a response from him on Twitter. He was, of course, criticised for not cooling down the rhetoric from his supporters in the lead up to Yitzhak Rabin being assassinated. So it remains to be seen whether or not he'll issue a statement. And hopefully things won't get that far and things will cool down.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.